Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Ratchet and Clank Free Up Your Arsenal. We're penetrating Dr. Nefarious' lair on Aquatos. In the guise of a Tyrannoid, we're going to be playing some more Guitar Hero with an actual controller. And we're going to be hitting the buttons in the combination to make the correct sounds to speak in their language. Or things like, oh, we heard your cable TV thing was down, or we heard your satellite thing was down. It's like, oh yeah, it has been down for the last little bit. We couldn't watch last night's episode of Secret Agent Clank because of this. Well, I'm the guy that's going to come in and fix it. I look significantly smaller than the rest of you. That's because I don't work out as much as you do. I spend the better of my days trying to fix cable systems so you guys can watch more TV. It's probably going to rot your brains and rot your minds. I don't know if Secret Agent Clank is exactly brain rot content. I don't even know if they had, but I'm sure they did have brain rot content back in these days. I was going to say some more stuff, and if you get it wrong here, if you hit a wrong button or hit it at the wrong time, it's going to say something stupid like, oh, I heard your sister is, like something like, oh, I heard your sister has a large butt, or something like that, or I like to do stuff with your sister, but then it's like, and then they spit you out pretty much. There we go, we found Clank just sitting here at some command center. Somehow Clank found a way to get in. Where he's going to be tight, where he's going to be like, he's pretending to be the butler or something like that. And oh look, he has a large collection of Secret Agent Clank. He has like every episode of it on DVD or whatever format. I'm guessing they're DVDs or something like that, whatever format they use in the Solana Galaxy. I'm just going to go ahead and type stuff on the computer, find more information. We're going to find out information. It's going to help us with something, I think, or it's going to tell us to go somewhere. So it's going to give us another excuse for more action and battling. Because what more would this game possibly have? We'll be jumping down to the sewer, doing that skydive thing that we were doing in the other battles. This time it's all in the sewer. It's like the sewer pipe was conveniently placed here, because it knew we were going to jump down into the sewer where we're going to find more things down here. There we go. We already have 2 of the sewer crystals already. And he's swimming into the sewage. Yeah, you really need to take a shower after this. And maybe stay in the sanitation quarantine chamber for at least 2 weeks after this. You ever know the kind of stuff goes down here. I think stuff from other planets might even come through here too, based on stuff some of the Galactic Rangers say in the Metropolis planet. Oh look, the plumber's crack. The plumber's back. And he's gonna be, this plumber we saw in the first game, the second game, he's gonna talk about how he loves getting this job, and that he wants us to go for the pipes and find sewer crystals to give him, and he's gonna give us bolts in exchange. And considering the fact that there's still tons of weapons in this game we don't have enough money to buy any of the weapons yet, and armor upgrades too. It's a pretty expensive game to go through, so we're gonna have to go and do some work for him so we can get bolts. And by work, we're cleaning out the sewers. There's an amoeboid infestation in the sewers, and it's up to us to, eradicate it, get rid of it. This is a perfect opportunity to use a weakness on them, the lava gun. I imagine it'd be their weakness since it's similar to that weapon Captain Quark had in Quark Episode 2. You can just fry down the amoeboids and kill as many of them as possible. It's also a great place to farm for experience, pretty much, or grind for experience. Where I remember I used to spend hours going through these tunnels as a kid, where I would use my Omni Wrench to kill off the amoeboid pests, and then I'd get experience points, and I get upgrades sometimes too. It's a great place to go for upgrades. If you need more upgrades to help you get through the game to make the game a lot easier, this is another great place to go. You'll add an additional 5 to 10 hours to the game, but some people might say it's worth it. Unless your PS2 is going to crash on you, which my PS2 did a few months ago when I tried playing this, but that doesn't seem to happen much on the new PCSX2 emulator, so I guess that's pretty good. You're frying down these guys, fry those guys down too. I already have 5 crystals already. I don't know what the exact exchange rate for them is, but if you have a lot of them, you really could get a significant amount of bolts from doing this. Guess that plumber seems to be really rich if he has enough bolts to buy these sewer crystals that he seems to be obsessed with. Look, there's another one there. Also, you obtained a sewer crystal. Or collectible games. Pretty much every Ratchet and Clank game. I don't remember the first. Actually, I think the first one did have something like this. But I know in Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, there are parts where you could hang around the sand dunes, and you could farm for certain types of crystals. There's actually 2 instances in that game where you could farm for more crystals and bolts and stuff. And this game has it too. Pretty much most Ratchet and Clank games seem to have some part like this. Well, I don't remember if Size Matters did or not. I don't think Ratchet Deadlock did either, but that's a very different game from this. These enemies just pop up and they come out of nowhere. And I used to mostly use my Omni Wrench to get through these parts because it seems the most efficient way to get through here without wasting any of your weapons. And most of these amiibos can be taken down easy. And if we had the magnetic boots, or whatever they're called, the anti-gravity boots, these magnetic boots, we could actually run on the walls, run on the ceiling, and get through parts we wouldn't be able to get through otherwise. But we don't have those boots yet, so we just have to pretty much just stay where we could go for now. Let's take advantage of this opportunity right now to go and get some amiiboids down, get some more crystals, collecting more of these crystal things, and then a lot of these amiiboids, this place just seems to have infinite amiiboids. I don't think it's possible to completely rid this place of amiiboids. Getting yourself killed most of the time is the easiest way to get out of this place, considering how convoluted these pipes are, these pipe mazes, these complex. If there's a mapping system, thank God they put a mapping system in this game. Otherwise, it'd be impossible to find where specific crystals are located. It's got 22,000 bolts for that. We have a little over 30,000 bolts in total. That still doesn't really make up for all those weapons that we bought. Maybe I should have played the Japanese version of Ratchet and Clank 2 first, and then I would have had that on my memory card, and then I would have been able to get those for free. But, I don't know, I'm not really going to necessarily go over all that just for that. It's possible to unlock them in this game, it just would require more bolts then. I don't think there's anything more for us to do at Aquatos for now, so we're just going to head back to the Starship Phoenix, where we're going to get more orders from the most qualified man in the galaxy to give us orders. Who else would that be? Of course, it's going to be Captain Quark. Who else is it going to be that will give us orders? He's the most... Oh, look, we're going to see Dr. Nefarious. Apparently, Dr. Nefarious is a fan of Secret Agent Clank. It's probably his favorite TV show, because it involves a robot that goes to battle with things. And we know Dr. Nefarious is very pro-robot and anti-squishy, antibiotics, anti-biological, which is what he calls squishies. And then Lawrence is going to tell him that, I did your laundry, sir, which I don't know why you would have laundry to do. In fact, he's a robot. He probably doesn't soil his undies or anything like that, or anything else, so why would he need that if he's a robot? Apparently the TV transmitter in that head of his too, where he could pick up TV signals, so he could watch the soap opera, or at least listen to the soap opera, at least. I wonder if he gets free HBO with that thing. That would be pretty impressive if he did. Everyone likes getting free HBO, considering how expensive that is. Is HBO even really still a thing these days? I don't know. I watched HBO a long time ago, back in the day. My father hacked the satellite system so I could watch it for free, but other than that, I don't really watch HBO that much. I don't think anyone really cares about that anymore. Some people probably still do. Some people still like watching TV, but I don't really care about TV. I never really liked the concept of TV anyways. You have to watch stuff when it's on. It's much easier to just watch stuff on the internet than with them just watch it whenever you want to. A lot of the content people make on YouTube a lot of times is better than stuff on TV. Like these videos, for example. Whatever TV show is going to have all this kind of action and adventure and entertaining commentary given by yours truly, Ray Phoenix. You're not going to find that on TV anywhere. It's only on YouTube. They're going to be meeting up with Captain Quark again. Who made him a captain anyways? Is he really a captain of anything? I still wonder how he got to be like that. We know he was still... we don't really know much about it. He's just gonna be bragging about how he's such a greater hero than Ratchet ever will be, despite the fact he's never actually done anything heroic once in his life, and Ratchet's the one that always has to do all the heroic stuff. Yeah, I could see why Ratchet doesn't like Captain Quark. We should have just left him on Florana, or maybe we should have just let him get killed somewhere or something. That would have saved the galaxy a lot of trouble, or would it? Will save us a lot of pain and suffering too, because Captain Quark's kind of showing another crayon drawing. It almost looks like something that a kid would have drawn. It looks like their first love letter. When you're in kindergarten, you want to write a love letter to someone, but you don't really know how to spell or anything like that, so you have to draw it out instead of writing, because since most kids that age don't know how to write or spell yet. And of course, because they're that age, they would probably draw it in crayons. Using crayons to draw your first love letter. That's what this looks like. I wonder if Captain Quark ever made it out of kindergarten. I wouldn't be surprised if he ever did. And he's just telling us to go to the Tyrannoid homeworld. It's called Tyrannosis. It's some planet where they actually breed the Tyrannoids from. Tyrannosis. I wonder if that's supposed to be a reference to Geonosis. This game came out about more than 2 years after Star Wars Episode 2, so they may have been able to reference him. And it does look a lot like Geonosis as well, too. It's a huge battle arena, essentially. We're going to be going there. It's going to be like a huge plethora of different Tyrannoids. We're going to be using our weapons. We're really going to go up the arsenal of this one. I guess this game is finally living up to its name. We're going to be using our arsenal and kill stuff and destroy stuff. We're going to be driving around the battleground. It almost seems like Star Wars Battlefront almost. And this game came out around the same time as the original Star Wars Battlefront. I wonder if Star Wars Battlefront got inspiration from games like this. This is the first Ratchet and Clank game I think could truly be considered a war game, considering how much war and action and battles there are in this game. And we're downright soldiers that are going into battle to fight against Dr. Nefarious' evil forces and destroy them, heading off to Tyrannosis. Where you see that nice background of stars, that star space, star tracks. Almost reminds me of one of those Windows XP wallpapers, and that came with the extended premium version of Windows XP. I know I had Windows XP Media Center Edition back in the day, and it came with a bunch of wallpapers that are not included with regular Windows XP. One that was called Star Tracks, where it shows like a starscape or like a star landscape kind of thing with tracks of stars. There was another one where it showed Earth from space. I was considering using that wallpaper on my new Dell desktop that I'm using right now, but I just used Vortex Space instead, which isn't a premium wallpaper, but it's still an iconic classic, the Vortex Space. I think it was called Vortex Space, but it's actually just Vortex Space. It has a C in it rather than an X. Some people think it may have been a typo, it just went unnoticed. I mean, I find typos in my works all the time. I sometimes years later I revisit old stuff that I wrote so many years ago, and I find typos and things. It's like, how did I not notice that? I didn't go and see that. Heck, even published books often have like typos. And I remember some of the Harry Potter books had them too. I heard the original version of Harry Potter and the what was it called? Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix had that, the original release. Like the book wasn't properly edited yet before they released it. Maybe they were just that desperate for a new Harry Potter book since it's been 3 years since the last one came out and people just really wanted more Harry Potter. So they just couldn't wait. So they just wanted to come out right at that moment to have a new Harry Potter book. And then we always have the Galactic Rangers with us. It's not like in those Star Wars X-Wing games where they send us on a suicide mission where we're all alone going after Star Destroyers and so much of our Imperial forces and we're like a one-man army trying to go against all of it. At least they don't do that. I mean, I'm sure the Galactic Rangers are probably better. They're probably better equipped than the Empire or the Galactic Alliance or the Rebel Alliance, whatever they're called from Star Wars. These people really know their thing. Going to Tyrannosis and just like destroying their lair, destroying their place. Like we're like, some badass hero like the Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the first Terminator movie where he runs through the halls of that police station. He has guns down everything, doesn't let anything get in his way. But we're pretty much like, I don't even have any armor upgrades yet, I'm plowing through this. I wonder if they made this version easier for her than the American version. I don't know, I never really noticed any differences like that. I know Japanese games sometimes are easier than the American versions. Like, I just recently played the Japanese version of the original Crash Bandicoot, and it is a lot easier than the original American version. I could tell they really wanted the game to appeal to people in Japan, which is probably why they made it a lot easier and changed a bunch of things. I think the Star Wars Episode 3 game in Japan might actually be easier than its American counterpart, too. I remember seeing some guy on YouTube do a video where he did like a whole playthrough of the game where he doesn't get killed once. And I thought, I wonder if I could do that. I go play the Japanese version for the first time ever, and I get through the whole game on the medium difficulty setting without getting killed once. What are the odds of that? It's probably just because I was using the Japanese version. I don't know if it's really easier than the American version or not. I haven't figured that out yet. The Japanese version of that game was also kind of disappointing, and it's not dubbed in Japanese. It just has Japanese subtitles. All the menus are in Japanese. Kind of like in the Korean version of Ape Escape 3, where just the menus and subtitles are in Korean, but the actual game is in Japanese, and didn't bother to dub the game. And again, a lot of Korean games are like that. And the Star Wars Battlefront games in Japan are dubbed too, and there's some other games I'm pretty sure are dubbed. Like, these games are dubbed in Japanese too. These American Ratchet and Clank games are dubbed in Japanese for Japan. Now we're being introduced where the main battleground is, where we're going to be given this thing. This thing, it looks like an ATV with laser cannons on it. Ray Phoenix, signing out.